Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Win back with another video. And WWE 2K26 just got patch 1.5, and after playing it for less than an hour, I repeat, less than an hour, I can already tell you that this update did not improve the game. If anything, it actually made it worse, and I'm about to break it down for you in this video. I had the game hang multiple times. Universe mode still isn't functioning the way it's supposed to, and once again it feels like 2K patched around the edges without fixing the problems that actually matter. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what I tested, what got worse, what still feels okay, and why the update is not enough. So coming into this patch, I was actually hoping 1.5 would be one of those updates where it at least stabilizes the game. I wasn't expecting a miracle, but I was expecting progress. Instead, what I found was a patch that still leaves major issues untouched or unattended to, and somehow introduced or at least exposed even more problems in the process. Sounds like typical 2K. Real talk, I want to be fair. The gameplay is still great. It's still the best 2K game or WWE 2K game I've played gameplay wise. Like, the gameplay is still smooth. The gameplay is still fire. Don't get me wrong. But once like, I'm not gonna sit here and trash the game. Like, once you're in the matches, like, WWE 2K26 still has that core feel that makes you want to keep playing it, right? The problem is you can't keep playing it because you were going to run into issues. Some way, somehow, you're gonna run into a problem in some type of mode. Anything outside of the ring, there's a problem. The in-ring action is not really the biggest issue here, and that's what makes this even more sad. The actual gameplay has a solid base, but the second you step outside of the ring and start interacting with the rest of the game, oh yeah, everything falls apart. So the first major issue I ran into was on the island. I was progressing quests, went to start a match tied to that quest, and the game just completely hung, completely froze. And this is unacceptable. After an update that is supposed to improve the game, I repeat, it's supposed to improve the game, right? Especially in a mode where progression matters, because now you're not just dealing with inconvenience, you're dealing with wasted time. Actually, you can see in the gameplay clip, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you can actually see I complete the quest. It gives me the XP. It says I leveled up, but I don't level up. I actually have to close the app, close the game out, go back into the game, and then I get my rewards. So, like I said, the game is still broken. At least it gave me the XP back when I logged in, but brother. All right. And then, so that wasn't the only thing. That wasn't the only thing. Then I ran into another hang while going through the creations. I was actually trying to look for some of you guys' creations. I know some of you guys dropped your creation tags or gamer tags in the comments in the last video. I was actually trying to go find them. And in the process of doing that, the game froze again. And that right there is the problem. WWE 2K26 in a nutshell, man. It's not always one giant catastrophic problem. It's those small, tiny inconveniences that makes you not want to play, right? So, like I said, the game, I'm trying to look for y'all's creations. Boom. The game's like, nah, you ain't doing nothing. I'm trying to go do certain things, like I said, as it pertains to the island. I'm trying to do quests, just a regular story quest. This is not even like, it's not even like I'm trying to fight anybody online. I'm not trying to do like a online match, none of that. It's literally me doing an offline, like a my career game, essentially, bro. Like, and the game is freezing on that. So you got that as a problem. And it's just like all these little things, they break immersion, bro. They break immersion, and the real kicker is like universe mode. I'm about to get into that right now. Universe mode, which is still one of the biggest disappointments in the game. The first thing I did I hopped on the game, went to universe mode, I set rivalries and simulated to a PLE, and the game still didn't properly recognize those rivalries. It started putting superstars in random matches, leaving people involved in rivalries off the card completely. And basically doing the same kind of broken AI logic that players have been complaining about already. So, I talked about this in my last video. Like, why is this was never even an issue in 2K25. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the game looks better. Yeah, the gameplay is better, but the logic is broken. The rivalries and universe is broken. Like, why is the game fundamentally not finished? Again, like, I think I mentioned this in my last video. Why do we keep getting games that are half-baked, just not done, but then we're still charged full price for it? We're still charged, $70 to $150 for a game that barely works. Again, the gameplay in this game, as far as this game, the gameplay is phenomenal. I've been saying that. I think everybody can pretty much agree on that. For the most part, I don't really hear anybody complaining about the actual in between the ropes gameplay. It's all about the other things, the systems, the creations don't work, the universe doesn't work, my GM mode has problems, and then on top of all of that, you got the monetization. So not only do you have problems in your game, so not only is the game not done on release, but then you have the nerve to want to basically charge people even more money for a game that doesn't work. I know there's somebody out there who has multiple builds already in the island, and I just showed you guys a clip where the game hung on just a regular story quest for the island. Like, why is that happening? You're telling me I'm gonna go spend another $100 on a build just for my progression to not count, just for, you know what I'm saying, me to be stuck? Sheesh. 2K, sheesh. Yeah, so this is a huge problem because universe mode is supposed to be one of the core sandbox experiences in a WWE game. And if rivalries don't carry over properly and cards don't make sense, then the mode is doing absolutely nothing. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, truly, like I said a minute ago, look at 2K25. You don't see none of these problems when it comes to universe mode. Even just the menu lot, you don't see this problem in creations. So it's just like, bro, fix your game. This is why people are so frustrated. One of the reasons why people are so frustrated. Like I said a minute ago, not only do you have the brokenness of the game, that you released a broken game. So not only did you release a broken game, you have the nerve to charge full price for it, and then on top of that, you have the nerve to cram it with microtransaction modes, like just incentivizing people to buy more crap. Like, I don't understand it. Every patch gives you hope that maybe this one is the one that turns the game around, and instead it feels like the real issues keep surviving in every update. The result is a game that still has smooth gameplay and still has potential, but keeps failing players and all the surrounding systems that are supposed to make the experience complete. It gets to a point where it stops being whether the game has potential, really, and starts being more, did the consumer get what they paid for? For the people that spent $150, you spent $150 and the game don't work. Hey, hello. I was one of those people. Hey, hello. I was one of those people, hey, hello, pay 150. You know what I'm saying? The game don't work. You got microtransactions out the woo-ha. You know, some of y'all been talking about boycotting the game. Some of y'all been talking about not getting the game next year, not getting the game at all this year. You know, some of y'all haven't bought a WWE 2K in like 4 or 5 years, longer than that. And you know, the more I play this year's, the more I'm like, I don't blame y'all. I don't blame y'all. Like, it's not like, again, I'm gonna reiterate. I keep hammering home this point because it is true. The game, the actual gameplay. The gameplay is great. The actual gameplay itself is fantastic. You know, it's great. But like I said earlier, once you get outside of the gameplay, once you get outside of the ring, and I don't mean you know, once you get outside of the ring, bro, it's over with. It's over with. You start getting into menus. You start getting into like deep diving and testing modes. You know, you start to see so many cracks. You start to see so many issues. So many problems. For what? For what? Greediness. Greediness. Lazy. Well, I won't even say laziness, because again, all of it, I don't want to put all the blame on the developers, because it's not even the developers for the most part. Like, now, yes, the mode's not working and things of that nature. Yeah, that's the developers. But as far as the microtransactions, when the game had to be released, you know, all those things, the deadlines they had to hit, that's not them. I'm sure if it was in the devs' hands, they would have taken more time to actually complete the game. But guess what? They had to hit a certain deadline. I've been talking about, you know, in the comments with some of you guys, yo, they need this. What they really need to do is take a year or 2 years. If they're gonna do this battle pass thing, you know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do this whole ringside pass thing, you essentially treat it like UFC. EA is UFC, bro. Treat it like that. Every few years you release a WWE game, but in the in between time you can drop superstars on a ringside pass. You can drop, you know, drip feed content through those years. You know what I mean? That'll keep the game alive. That'll keep people interested. That'll keep people playing. You know, you add superstars. You know, people can create superstars. The creation community is freaking phenomenal, but with that extra time, the devs could realistically add new outfits, new hairstyles, you know, that are directly correlated to what's going on in real life, you know. But yeah, I truly believe if they skip a few years, the game will be better. And we've seen that with other games. Like, bro, look at Call of Duty. When they skipped a year, the game was phenomenal. I think it was Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I believe. Or it was Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I think it was Modern Warfare 2. It was one of the two. But everybody was complaining, like, right before that game came out. And they skipped a year. And then the game came out and everybody was like, oh, this is the best COD in years, da-da-da. Obviously, because it wasn't none the year before that. But you know what I mean. That's you know, so that's what WWE needs to do. They need to take time off. But guess what? Take-Two owns that. And Take-Two ain't taking no year off because they know they got to get that cheddar. They got to get that money. So it is what it is. You know, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that the game is unplayable. The gameplay is great, bro. The gameplay is great. But, you know, I can't sit here and pretend that the patch actually fixed the game. You know, patch 1.5 did absolutely nothing to really improve the game. It did absolutely nothing. All the modes that I care about, y'all care about, I didn't see no improvements. The only thing, no, I did not see a single improvement. So, you know, the verdict on the verdict on patch 1.5, it's simple. It didn't fix the game, And in some ways, it made the experience even more frustrating, because now you're dealing with freezes on top of unresolved issues, on top of aggressive microtransactions and monetization tactics. So if 2K wants to turn this around, they need to stop relying on patches that feel cosmetic and start actually addressing parts of the game that the community cares about. And it's real. Like, so y'all let me know, man. I want to hear from y'all. Have y'all played patch 1.5 already? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what your experience has been. Has it been better for you? Worse for you? Pretty much the same? And if you want honest WWE 2K26 coverage without BS, yo, subscribe. I'm going to be covering every update, every patch, every DLC, everything that comes with it. So y'all know what it is. Lock in. That's going to be all for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. I'm also, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be testing. I'm going to be going live, doing my first live stream this weekend on Saturday. So depending on when this video goes up. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to be doing my first live stream. So I want to know what you guys want me to play. We got WWE 2K26, obviously. We can dive into that and what patch 1.5 looks like. Or there's the newly released Crimson Desert. I know a lot of you guys have been excited about that, myself included. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. I got a community poll up, so let me know what y'all think. Other than that, man, again, thank y'all for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Wayne. I'm gone, man. Peace.